Yesterday we have discussed about that few activities in data tables. Right now, we'll continue the rest. See, just I want to open that Excel file. Open that Excel file. See, I have a sheet one. The sheet one contains 10 rows of data. I will go to the sheet two. Sheet two also I will take some data. SNO, S name, S total, triple one, XYZ, 456, 112, 112, TQR, 321, 113, MMR, 568. See, observe this one. Sheet 1 having the 10 rows of data and sheet 2 having the 10 rows of data. Sheet 1 having the 10 rows of data and sheet 2 having the 10 rows of data. See, sheet 1 having the 10 rows of data and sheet 2 is having the 3 rows of data. Right now, I will read that sheet 1 data and I will store it in one data table. And also, I will read that sheet 2 data. This data also I will store it in another data table. Okay. And after that, I will merge that both two data tables. I will merge that both two data tables. See, observe this one. Sheet 1 data I am storing in one data table. Sheet 2 data is storing in another data table. Okay. Here the merging in the sense, whatever the data table 1, the data table 1 contains 10 rows. Data table 2 contains the 3 rows. After merging in the sense, so the data table 2 data added in data table 1 from the end of the row itself. From the end of the row itself. Right now, I will show you. See, observe this one. See, merge data table activity. The merge data table always merge the data into merge that data in one sorry, one table data data table data merged into that another table, another data table. See right now, observe this. By using that, see, I want to take that two data tables, var dt1, and I will create another data table that is called as var dt2. System.data.data table main scope. See, observe this one. See, read range, by using that read range, from sheet 1 itself, I am reading the data. That data I will store it in var dt1. Okay, so that I'm going to display here by using that output data table and message box. I will read that another read range, drag and drop. I will select that sample file. I will change that sheet name. The sheet name is called as sheet 2. Go to the properties. Here we have to add that var dt2. Okay, right now I want to take one more output data table, and then message box. Drag and drop this output data table in this property. I will add that var dt2, and then output property I will give that var string. Observe this one here, var string. Okay, second data table data also here I am displaying here. After that add data row, go to the properties. Sorry, here no need of add data row. I'm merging data, right? So that's why just I will take that merge data table is the activity, drag and drop. Merge data table is the activity. Go to the properties. In this properties, see, input is called as a destination and source. Okay, see, I want to store the data in first data table and var dt1. So that in data table 1, from the end of the row itself, I want to add the data. So that's why use that var dt1. Okay, right now, See, I will use that var dt2. See, this is var dt2 is called as a source. Read that row-wise data. That data will be added in var dt1 from the end of the row itself. From the end of the row itself. Var dt1 from the end of the row itself. Right now, observe this. So here, in the out by using that output data table, just again I will display that var dt1, whether it is successfully merged or not. I will check it. Right now, click on the debug. Observe this one. See, first data table data. Okay, already read and then display in that message box. First that see first sheet data are already stored in data table. Right now, displayed it here 10 rows. That means data table 1 contains 10 rows. Click on that OK. Second one contains 3 rows. Second one contains 3 rows. See, after merging, that means, so second table data, I have to merge in that data table 1 from the end of the row itself. Click on that OK. Observe this one. 111 XYZ 456 112 PQR 821 113 MNR 568. Okay. See right now, observe this one. Click on that OK. See, right now that data only merged in data table level, not updated in Excel. So if you want to check it, go to the project panel, sample.xlsx, open it and check it. Observe this one. The data not updated. The data is not updated in sheet 1. Okay. So because that data only merged within the data table only. Okay. Whatever the merged data, again if you want to update, in Excel file, at that time, again we have to use that activity is called as right range is the activity. Okay, I will show you. Say once if you add the data and delete the data, so in the data table that is completely see that is the data table is called as a variable. Okay, after execution is over automatically, so that will be released from that memory itself. Okay, see once again you if you want to update it in any other destination, so at the time of execution only we have to update it. Right now, whatever the merged data is there, the data I want to update it in that Excel file again. So that's why right now, just I want to use that right range is the activity. Right range is the activity. So I want to take workbook right range. I will select sample file, click on the top pen and sheet 1, go to the properties. So I will enable that add headers. After merging the data is stored in var dt1. So that's why var dt1. Okay. So we will check it whether it is successfully update the data again in that sheet 1 from that end of the row itself. Okay. See, observe this one. Click on the debug. See, displayed that so displayed the first data table data. data, and then again display the second data table data. Right now, after merging, displayed it here, and then in the next step we have a write range is the activity. It will be updated in the Excel file. I will check it whether it is successfully updated or not. Open this Excel file. Observe this one. Go to the sheet 1. In the sheet 1, from the end of the row itself, already updated the 3 rows of data. Okay. This merge data table also very frequently we are using in the process implementation. See, till now I have taken the data from Excel file, right? Whatever the table type of data, I have taken it from Excel file. Right now, I don't like to take the data from Excel file. I want to create my own data table. Okay. So I want to create my own table. So rows and columns, and then so data. So each and every one, just I want to create my own table. So this time, observe this one. So this time, use the build data table is the activity. Build data table activity. This activity is also very frequently we are using in process implementation. Okay. See, observe this. Right now, drag a sequence, set as start node, see, drag a sequence. See, I want to take that activity is called as build data table. Previously, whatever the data is there, the data came from Excel itself. But right now, I am preparing my own table by using build data table activity. Observe this one. Go to the properties. In this properties, output is called as a data table. Right now, click here, var dt, system.data.data table. Select that main scope. Var dt data table main scope. Okay, just I want to create that one string also. Var string. Next, I will use it. Okay. See, there is a build data table is the activity. Click on this one. In this build data table, just I want to pass that var dt is the data table. Right now, so click on that data table. See, observe this one. Click on the data table. Here, default columns. I will close default columns. Okay. Say remove. I'm preparing my own table by using that. Just you have to go and click on the plus add column. Give that column name SNO, integer type. Click on the token. Click on that. Yes, name, string type, and yes total. It is an integer type. Click on that OK. Okay. S number, S name, and S total. Okay. Observe this. In case if you want to modify any other column name or data type, again move your cursor in this edit column. Click here. Again change the name, change the data type. Okay, change the data type. Click on the OK. So right now I want to click on that OK. I will check it whether my table is created, own table is created properly or not. So go to the properties. So what are the table created that is stored in var dt. So that's why I want to display it by using output data table and the message box. Output var dt. Output is called as var string. Okay, right now I want to drag a message box and then var string. Observe this one. Click on the debug. My table created successfully. SNO, SName, and STotal. Okay. I want to add the data into that one. See, save as. Here, click on that build data table. Here I want to manually, I want to enter the few rows of data. 101, XYZ, 123, enter. 102, PQR, 456, 103, XY, sorry, CVC. Right now, click on it, OK. Click on it, OK. See, observe this one. Click on the debug. So there is a 3 rows, 101, 102, 103. Okay. What are the data I have added here? That displayed. See, but in manual entry, it's not possible to add that more rows. Okay. So based on the requirement, at the time of runtime, we have to add that rows and we have to add the columns. For example, I have a more than one sheets in that Excel file. From each and every sheet itself, I have to get that only few columns and few rows of data that I want to separately maintain. At that time, just we have to use that build data table in the activity. See, in the for this build data table also, dynamically we can add that rows and columns. Right now, I will show you how to add that dynamic row. Okay, say right now, save as build data table 3. I want to add one extra row to my build data table. This time, yes, I want to use that activity is called as add data row. See, already my build data table contains 3 rows that already stored in var.dt. For this var.dt, I'm adding one more extra row. So right now click here, go to the properties and then array of row. Right now, observe this one. 104, comma, C T W X, comma, 371. See, I have added one row. See, this row, just I want to add it to my build data table. The build data table output property is called as var.dt. So that's why I will add it, the var.dt here. See, observe this one. var.dt. Observe this. Right now, I want to drag one output data table. Just drag that message box. So in the add data row, I'm adding that data to that var.dt. So that's why I want to display that one. So that's why I'm using that var.dt and then var string. Okay. See right now var string. Observe this one. Right now, I want to check it whether it is successfully added one extra row to my build data table or not. See, click on the debug. See, observe this one. In my build data table, already we have 3 rows. Okay, click on that. Okay. So by using the add data row, I have added one more extra row here. Click on the OK. Save as. Four. Based on the requirement, I want to add one more extra column to my build data table. This time, if you want to add that one extra column, so see, use that add data column is the activity, drag and drop. See, give that column name. That column name is called as average and then var.dt. Okay. var.dt. That's the average and var.dt. Observe this one. Right now, click on the debug. There is three columns and 3 rows. I'm adding one more extra column to my data table. Okay. Yes, average already added to that one. Okay. Just a minute. So right now, click on that OK. See, I want to give that one simple use case. So on this data table, okay, build a data table activity. Okay. Today I'm not giving that one, so I will give it on Monday. Okay, leave this one. See, so the build data table activity we are very frequently using this one. So right now I want to explain about generate data table is the activity. Generate data table activity. Right now observe this one. For example, you have a text file. Okay. For example, you have a one text file. From the text file itself, if you read that any type of data, so what are the data you are reading from the text file? That data completely the stored in the string format. Okay, so always the data is in string format. That kind of data, so we want to convert it by using the we want to convert it by using by convert that string into the table type by using the generate data table is the activity. For example, I have a image. In that image, we have a table type of data. See, there is no possibility to extract that table from the image itself. Once if you try to extract the data from that image itself, that is, so the output is called as completely string type. Again, that you have to convert into the string type. So that again you have to convert into data table type. Okay, at that time we have to use the generate data table with the activity. Right now, drag a sequence, set as start node. See, I will go to the project panel. I want to create one text file. Observe this one. I want to create one text file. The text file name is called as sample. See, observe this one. Here I want to take the data, SNO, as name, as total, as total. 101, 102, 103. Okay. XYZ, and then 221, PQR, 456, RST, 330. So the text file contains the data. It is looking like the table, actual table type of data. But once if you read the data from text file, that is not a table. Completely it is called as a one string. That string we have to convert into table type by using generate data table is the activity. Right now, observe this one. First of all, if you want to read the text, so use that activity is called as read text file is the activity. Read text file is the activity. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Right now, select that sample file. Click on that open, go to the properties, go to the output property, Control K, var string. Okay. Actually, it is as usual string type. We are reading the data from text file, so that's why. In case if you read the data from Excel at that time, that is completely a table. Okay, but if you are reading the right now you are reading the data from text file, so that's why it is called as output is called as string type. Right now, no, here we have to observe this one. This data, that output property of the string, I want to convert into the table type by using generate data table. See, I will use it. Generate data table is the activity, drag and drop. See, right now, go to the properties. Input is called as var string. Output is called as var dt. Okay, var dt. Okay. See, I want to convert the rows and columns. This time, click on the options. See here, enable this first checkbox. Use first row as a column header. Here, column separator is tab, and new line separator is called as new line. Click on that. Okay. Click on that. Okay. Right now, observe this one. Right now, I want to display it in output panel. I want to take that output data table, and then message box, drag and drop. Here, input is called as var dt, and output is called as control K. Sorry, already we have a string, right? Okay, var string. So that's why I want to display it in output panel. So this time I want to drag that right line with the activity. So right now, var string. So click on the debug. Observe this one. See, the string is converted into the table type, and then that displayed in this output panel. See, do you have any doubts here?